Dude, that ring. Dude, this one makes me laugh so hard because he just disagrees with everything the person says.
The white lines on a football field are actually glued in.
No, they're not.
They're not painted on.
Yes, they are.
I don't know if you ever knew that.
I did.
But now you know.
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
You're not that guy. Yeah.
That's the
Okay.
that's the bruh.
Bruh. From Rixie, this is Debuff, and I'm your host, Steve Skeels.
Episode 84. Brr, 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 brr. We're back.
You got any more you want to...
No, I think
Okay.
I'm done.
What's up, guys?
Not a whole lot, man. How's it going with you?
It's going. Hanging.
Hanging.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. It's been a decent week.
Yeah.
What's up with
It's
you?
been-
It's Monday.
It's Monday. It's Wednesday, my dudes.
It's Mondays, my dudes.
I want to start off with something super out of left field.
Go for it, man.
Did you guys know
No.
that up until like I think it's like 100 years ago or like almost 200 years ago, people thought that tomatoes were poisonous?
Yeah, I did know that.
Did you know that?
I actually knew that.
Um,
Aren't they? That's why I don't eat them.
So, I was watching Glenn and Friends. What is it? Is Glenn and Friends cooking?
Yeah. Yes.
And he was doing this. It was this one of his most recent episodes called Southern Spaghetti, and he talks about like, before a certain time. Well. So what he says is basically he's like, I know that this isn't traditional Italian spaghetti, and people like trolls in the comments are gonna say like, oh, my grandma would never like, that's not traditional Italian, and he's like, Italians didn't even eat tomatoes before a certain time period. So like, if you go 4 generations back, like your great 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 grandmother would have said tomatoes are poisonous. So like, and I was like, what? I didn't know that. I was like, bruh. And so I looked it up. PBS, trust PBS a lot. They asked the question: were tomatoes thought to be poisonous? It first appeared in print in 1595. Member of the deadly nightshade family. The leaves of tomatoes are poisonous. I didn't know that. They were suspicious of their bright, shiny fruit. The tomato is native to Western Southern America and Central America. So Europeans didn't even really have tomatoes before a certain time period, before colonization.
So when did pizza come around,
I think it had to have been after 1700s.
Let's look it up. But see, I mean, that's what I was going to say. I just looked because you were talking about it, and I'm just so unprepared. Go ahead.
Bro, just prepare.
Yeah, I mean, they're talking about first being introduced in the 16th century to Europeans, but like the Aztecs were using it.
Yes,
and stuff
it
like
was
that.
native to
Yeah, so I mean,
this area.
I think it just goes to like Europeans are dumb, and also, what did they try to eat the entire plant and found out that they were getting sick because of the leaves? Is that maybe what it was?
Well, so it was a part like the PBS thing said, it was the tomato is a part of the nightshade family.
Yeah, but
and the leaves are are poisonous.
But I'm saying, what did they do where they were like, "Oh, this is poisonous"? They couldn't have looked at it and been like, "Yo, nightshade, we can't eat this."
I think. Oh, I did read this. I'm so glad you asked that. Something happened in, I guess, the 1500s where some like royalty was served tomatoes on a lead plate.
Oh,
and they ate the tomatoes and got lead poisoning.
Yeah.
And they were like, it was the tomatoes, not the plate,
Yeah, they didn't know.
And so like from there on out, it was like, fuck tomatoes. But it just reminds me, have you guys ever seen the tweet or like a version of it where it'll be like the first guy who ever ate something poisonous and the guy like writing on the paper like,
Yeah.
Like when somebody dies of eating something.
Yeah. They're like, well, okay.
That's just what it reminds me of. But yeah, tomatoes are poison, so don't eat them anymore. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
I don't love tomatoes, so
I love tomatoes, just not on sandwiches.
yeah.
I like a BLT, but like a burger, I don't like tomatoes
Yeah,
on a
I
burger.
agree with that. I like them in like Mexican food and stuff, but I don't like them on a burger. Or
You like it on
It's
a
got
burger?
to be like a really crispy, like crisp
Yeah,
tomato.
but that's
on
the
a burger.
problem. A lot of what we get is not right.
Yeah,
But if you
be
get a fresh
sloppy
garden tomato,
yeah, I mean, I don't really like them when they're slimy and sloppy. You know,
But you do like it on a
I
cheese.
enjoy it.
If you go to
I
a
have
burger
a-
spot.
Sean likes
I have a
BLTs.
love-hate relationship with tomato. Tomato, like cooked tomato, for some reason, like just fucks my stomach up, like
Oh, really?
immediately. So tomato sauce, I mean, I'll still eat it, but I don't
why you-
particularly enjoy when I have to eat something that is tomato-based and it's been cooked.
he doesn't just get the buffalo chicken pizza because he likes buffalo chicken.
It's also partially because I don't want to eat red sauce.
I never knew that.
Well,
You learn something new every day.
Wow.
yeah. So not a big fan of tomato.
I really like tomato.
product.
I love tomato products. Like I think tomato paste, like
Well, I
you can
mean-
make a really great sauce. And
Yeah,
like,
sure, but
I've learned to like it. Maddie fucking loves tomato paste. She's like,
She just eats it.
She's like, I could eat it by itself.
I don't know about all that, but
But
yeah, I
can do that
mean,
with like
red
garlic
sauce-
paste.
yeah, red sauce is good, but white pizza is superior, and I'd rather have Alfredo sauce. if I was
Really?
making pizza.
so you guys both agree that tomato sauce on a pizza is
Dog,
lesser.
Don't get me wrong. I like a good tomato.
I'm not
pizza.
getting you wrong. I think I got you right. You
No,
I'm
don't.
just saying
You
that
like a
if-
white sauce better.
If I were to pick, and I have the option, I'll probably go white sauce, mostly just because of my stomach.
Yeah, but taste wise, what do you think? Because I'm talking in general.
I think it depends on the pizza.
That's
I,
fair,
I
too.
don't think that that's a fair comparison.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't want to have like a pepperoni with white sauce pizza.
Okay, there's you get a choice of a cheese pizza and something else with the white sauce. Which one do you choose in front of you?
But that's the question: is what's on the white sauce?
What's the
'cause
white? Yeah.
If it's just cheese,
Um,
Well, like a
anchovies.
white pizza usually also has mozzarella, right?
yeah, I mean they.
So a white pizza and a regular cheese. I personally would go for the red. I mean, I like a
if
regular
you're telling me
cheese.
that's my choices, I might go for the red.
Okay.
I think it depends. I'd probably still go for the white pizza, but I
might
probably
have a slice
some
of
of both.
both.
Yeah,
I'm gonna eat them both.
but I think one thing for sure is like, I know Sean will disagree, but I like chicken a lot.
I
know
love chicken.
Sean thinks it's like the lesser of all meats, but I feel like you get to put chicken on a white pizza. It doesn't really do well on a red sauce. And I think a lot of stuff
Yeah.
like a nice bacon onion white pizza, that's like very on point.
Okay, so you go to let's say you go to Red Robin, which Maddie loves. You get the royal red, just classic burger. Do you get a tomato?
No. I've started trying to not ask for no tomato. Like if some places it's like, what do you want on it? You get to pick. I won't
Yeah.
say tomato, but if I go somewhere and there's tomato on it, I try to try it out. Try
Yeah.
to open my doors here. But
You go to Red Robin, Sean. You get the royal red, tomato or no tomato.
Tomato. I don't like.
You trust the Red Robin, supply chain.
Red Robin's fire. So
I love
I
Red
don't
Robin.
like particularly asking for something without something on it.
I agree. But there's a good chance that two things are gonna happen. One of two things. It's gonna fall off. It's gonna slide off.
I take it off halfway
Or
through.
I'm gonna take it off.
Every time
will
I try
say-
and I get halfway through and I'm like, I'm done with this.
I'm
I
done
will
with the
say
tomato.
That more than tomato, the thing that makes me angry that is on
Oh.
burgers are pickles.
Yeah, I knew he was in.
Really?
I love pickles. Don't get me wrong again.
Bro,
Who got him wrong?
who got
Near
you?
But I think that on a burger, I don't like the surprise of a pickle. Like if they could figure out how to make a cucumber as big as a burger patty and then pickle that, and so that there's a pickle the same size as the patty, where every bite has the same amount of pickle.
I agree with that. I don't like pulling them out.
That's what I'm
accidentally.
saying. You get a whole fucking pickle, and it's like, all right, that whole bite is just pickle flavored now, where the next three might not contain a pickle.
But you got to think about the balance of flavor. You've got a meat which is fat, that's savory. You've got lettuce which is crunchy, but kind of tastes like nothing. And then you've got like cheese if you put cheese on it, but the pickle
I
brings
do.
acid.
Yes.
And that's a huge part of the sand. The
I
sando.
understand that.
No, I don't like pickles.
But I agree with the mechanics of that
Well,
shit sucks.
what
Dude,
was
you get
the-
a whole pickle and the whole bite just tastes like pickle at that point, right?
I mean, I think I think that it's pretty good.
No, what they need to do is get the small cucumbers and slice them long ways instead of, like across, and then you just layer long
matchsticks?
pieces. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
'Cause was it Sam the Cooking Guy when he made the Reuben, where he made a bed of cucumbers across this like big ass Reuben?
Yeah.
And you were like, see, that's how you do it.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like that gives you the opportunity for pickle in every bite or cucumber in every bite versus just 3 surprise bites that contain pickle. Like,
Well, I think that's bad sandwich construction.
well,
Yeah, but anywhere you go, that's like pretty much what they
that's
do.
the standard.
Pretty standard. You're right, and I agree with that.
3
I hate
honestly measly little fucking pickles, quarter-sized pickles that I don't know when I'm going to get one. I don't enjoy that surprise.
Do you
about
get pickles on your Chick-fil-A sandwich?
No.
you don't.
No, because
No.
number one, I will say on
They're
the
the worst.
they just get sucked into that bread.
Yeah,
and
The
they're
whole
gross.
bread.
Yeah.
they're dried out.
Yeah, and the bread just tastes like pickles now.
Uh-huh.
I don't fuck with pickles.
When
anymore.
I've started to get the deluxe, we like I said, we don't go there as often, but sometimes we break. We try to go way less.
yeah,
But when I get the spicy deluxe,
yep, no pickles.
I ask for, if I remember, no pickles, but
Sans
definitely
pickles.
no tomato.
Same.
Because what happens
Sometimes I
is
It
it
slides
will-
around.
It's fucking.
Yeah.
It's like a hockey puck.
Yeah, dude.
It's like an air table hockey puck.
every time I try to eat it with the tomato on, that's exactly
The
what
top
happens.
fucking
Yeah.
falls off.
Yeah.
Or the bottom, whatever it is.
I still don't. I just asked for no pickles. I still get the tomato.
Sometimes I
Sometimes I like the pickle.
I like pickles that aren't very vinegary because I don't really like vinegar. So
Do you like a
sometimes-
bread and butter pickle?
Not really, but sometimes you have like homemade pickles that are all right. You know?
Yeah, we've made them before.
Yeah.
Sean bought me some pickled items. The
Some
pickled,
pickled eggs.
eggs.
See, that still kind of grosses me out, but I understand.
dude,
they're
Let me
good.
ask you, have you ever tried it?
No, that's the idea that grosses me out. I don't love hard-boiled
Dude,
eggs in general, unless it's like egg salad.
Oh, you don't like hard-boiled eggs,
I mean,
period.
I don't remember the last time I sat down and was
Deviled
like,
eggs?
well, yeah, but
See, but dude,
that's different.
that's not fucking different.
It is.
It's only different in ingredients.
Yeah. There's not a lot of vinegar. You might put pickle juice or whatever. There's mayo and spices.
I actually thought about something with deviled eggs. The pickled eggs you got me are fucking fire. They're awesome. They're a little bit tough. Like they're definitely like they're a hard boiled egg, but they're boiled hard. Like they're boiled like 12 or 15 minutes. Whereas usually I get like a 10 or an 8-minute boil, which is more of like a ramen hard boiled egg where it's still runny a little bit.
Oh, like hard boiled eggs.
Like a hard over boil, you know?
Like where the fucking yolk turns gray.
It turns like greenish gray, yeah. But regardless,
See, I don't like any of what you're saying.
one thing that Sean he makes me laugh when he talks about it is the fact that when you eat a tray of deviled eggs,
Yeah.
you end up eating like 18
Yeah.
Half a
fucking
dozen
eggs.
fucking eggs.
And all I could think about was Maddie just bought a bag of like mini candies. And like if you eat 3 or 4 or 5 Snickers, like you've just eaten like 6 fucking Snicker bars. Like it's like because it's like, oh, half that's a full. Oh, another half that's a full. And it's like I think I just ate a few Snicker bars.
I do feel like those are a little bit smaller, but yeah, it's like when
No,
it-
but dude, you have enough Twix.
No, you're-
Just
understand.
say 3.
Yeah.
Like let's say 3 equals 1
Okay.
normal size candy bar.
You eat
That's
6
still
of
I'm not
them?
trying to
so
be-
you still eat 2
Yeah.
whole fucking
Yeah.
Snickers.
Like,
I would never sit down and be like, let me beast on 2 Snickers bars. But
but I'll rock minis.
yeah, but it tricks your mind into thinking you're not eating. as
What's
much.
funny though is like if you get a king size candy bar, it's like a normal size candy bar plus a mini size one.
Is that like the proven
No.
metric?
That's just what I feel like it is.
Oh well, you're probably right.
Depends on what you get.
Well, I
but-
mean, if you get like
Sometimes it's real
if you get
big.
like a
yeah,
like Mounds or almond joy, it's always just an extra one
Yeah.
that makes it the king size.
Yeah,
because
same with, like,
those
Reese's.
are both already fun sized.
love Almond Joy.
Dude, Almond Joy, very good candy.
But yeah, it feels like I'm eating like
Take
2 or
5,
3
dude.
full
Yeah.
Snicker
King
bars.
5,
Yeah.
Take
Take
5,
Five.
king
Oh,
size.
dude.
Just anything
Wait,
where
do
it's
they even still make that?
Yes, they
Yeah.
do.
They got
Reese's
bottom.
Reese's bottom.
Reese's. Yeah, it is Reese's. There's a
Um,
big debate about that.
Reese's?
'Cause people say
Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
But it's Reese's.
I just like to say
Reese's-
that because
Reese's
it's more fun.
Pieces.
Reese's.
Um,
yeah.
Anyways,
But yeah, they did buy them. It is rebranded now. They still say Take 5, but they're I think in an orange bag.
yeah.
Do you remember when those came out? That
Dude,
was in high
that
school for us.
Was
I'm
my
pretty sure.
that is honestly today still my
Yeah.
favorite candy.
It's so good.
pretzel.
I mean, the pretzel makes it, dude.
Yeah.
It's like flips,
Which
It's
are great.
way
but,
better
yeah.
than a
which Lena
Lena
fucking loves.
Lena goes bonkers for some flips.
She's like incognito window flips.
Dude, did I tell you that
Yeah.
about?
I think you sent me a photo of her like slyly looking up.
Dude,
like,
I don't
flips.
understand. She's like,
why hide
She's got
that?
her own computer, right? And twice I've walked over to her computer and
She's
she
playing
has
Roblox.
she has a tab up for Google Shopping, and she typed in
chocolate
covered pretzels. And she's like looking at all the chocolate covered pretzels
because they're awesome.
Dude, kids are so fucking weird.
Dude,
Have you ever Googled something and just looked at what something you want to buy?
Not food.
Yeah, but
Like tech items.
like she's a kid, so
yeah, it's fucking hilarious because she
such
pulls
a-
up Google,
yeah.
she types in chocolate covered pretzels
And dude, Flips
then-
has that Google
then
ad word on
goes-
lock.
yeah.
to the shopping tab and is like looking at all of the options for purchasing chocolate covered pretzels from Target, Walmart, nuts.com.
She's comparing prices.
Dude,
I love it.
yeah, that's great.
I'm happy for her. You know?
Yeah.
Now we stay stocked, and sometimes she forgets they're there, and I just end up eating half a bag. So
Did you guys see the
So tomatoes are poison. Again.
chocolate covered pretzels are fire.
you guys see Asus and Noctua came out with a 3070 series graphics card. Have you ever seen Noctua's fans?
I've never heard that name.
I don't know.
So Noctua makes like really nice PC coolers and fans, and they're all supposed to be like super quiet, but a lot of their fan colors are like they're like brown and tan, and they're in my opinion
Oh yeah.
kind of ugly.
I have seen those. Not the name though.
But they came out with a Noctua RTX 3070, and it's the brown and tan colors, and it looks fucking weird.
Why do they use that number? Is that a metric that the
RTX
computer?
like 3070?
Yeah, because that's what
No,
NVIDIA
it's just the
is.
series. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I mean, I have 2070 Super. That was their 20 series cards.
They had 10.
Now they had the 10 series. Now they're at 30 series. So next series would be 40 series.
Yeah, it's just how they.
But they're
brand
still
it.
It's like the
using the
iPhone
NVIDIA
10.
chip?
Yeah, no, it's the same thing as like
Generation.
Apple's A1 Bionic,
Yeah.
A15 Bionic. It's just whatever their name of their GPU is at the time.
And so they're using an NVIDIA chip.
Yeah,
But it
Okay,
seems
so
like they
that's
stuck-
what I was trying to figure
yeah,
out.
so the way it works is kind of weird to me. NVIDIA and AMD released their graphics processor, and then they release a Founders Edition card. So 3070 Founders Edition is a card manufactured by NVIDIA. They sell the processor to
Asus.
any company that makes graphics cards. MSI, GeForce is NVIDIA. MSI, Asus, anyone who wants to make a graphics card can buy the chips from NVIDIA and then make their own and resell their
Yeah.
version of the graphics card. But it's the same chip that's inside there. So
But you might get some minor differences.
Yeah.
Depending.
so some companies are able to maybe push a 3070 a little bit further because of the way they implemented cooling in their graphics card versus
Yeah.
so
No,
That's
I didn't
cool.
see that.
No,
Those
yeah,
colors are
it-
fugly.
I mean, it's kind of I haven't seen them make a graphics card, or they're not the sole manufacturer, but I haven't seen them pair up with a
I've seen their
graphics
like
card
tan
manufacturer. Yeah,
fans, and they're fucking ugly.
I just think the brown it looks like doo doo.
Yeah, it looks like doo-doo brown.
I mean, Yeah, I don't know.
It looks like chocolate.
Yeah,
I don't know why that's their thing, but
it's
in
like a
my
tan
computer where
and
there's no
brown.
lights,
Yeah,
it wouldn't
Is,
really.
is it in their logo? Is that why?
I wonder if it's like.
Yeah, their logo's brown. Those are their company colors. Dude, what is this, Hershey's, dude?
I just feel like it looks. I mean, I'm not shitting on Noctua, man. They make really a good hardware, and their fans are really nice and really quiet, and they do a good job. But
They just
I
got
wish
to
they'd pick
rebrand.
another color, dude.
Dude, they need a serious rebrand on their logo. That shit is fug too. No offense. I mean, I'm just saying.
Hit up Mason if you want a.
Dude, I'll
New
do
logo.
I'll run the new brand design.
I do feel like the logo
No
looks
problem.
cool. I just think the
It's just dated.
brown is. Yeah, I wonder why.
Like tech products are black, white, or a neon color right now. Like that's huge. Like a neon, like green,
Yeah.
or purple, or like, blues or whatever. But yeah, Minish Cap failed on me.
Yeah,
I want to
that
talk
sucks.
about that.
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
Here's the thing. I love I have a Retroid Pocket. I got it for my birthday. I think we talked about on here many months ago. And it was, I got Minish Cap, which I'll put it on the screen. It's Retroid, like they have their own games library, which is like so fucking illegal. And some of the names are fucked up sometimes when you download the names. And so it's called Legend of Zelda Reduced Cap.
Oh, I thought you just said that.
Yeah,
No,
dude,
I didn't make. I put a photo. I didn't make that up.
I was
and
laughing
that's why.
so hard.
And that's why nobody. I was like, it makes sense that nobody said anything because I was like, this is what it's actually called.
I thought you just did that as
No.
a joke. Yeah.
No, it's
No, because when he brought it over for me to look at, and I fixed it, I pull it up and I was like looking through his ROMs, and it was like Legend of Zelda Reduced Cap. And I was
Reduced
like,
Cap.
I was
Dude,
like,
they
did
fuck
he
up the
rename
names.
it? And I was like, oh no, he definitely downloaded from.
I think
the
it's
store.
funny because it's not like that's hiding. Like if Nintendo was looking for places you could download, they would be looking for Legend of Zelda.
They'd be like, that's not one of our titles.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
They're like,
Reduced
oh,
cap.
somebody made.
Oh, Reduced Cap.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, we're
That's not us.
Minish Cap.
Yeah. I love that translation barrier, but I have been playing it the past couple weeks. I had some issues with it because when it would die, I couldn't get it to charge. And that was frustrating because I have USB-C cords. I have ones that are like trusted cords. They wouldn't work because they were USB-C to USB-C. I finally gave it to Sean and he was like, this is the thing. I think you have to be using USB-A. And so that fixed it. And so I've been playing it not like every single day. I've been playing Minish Cap, which is a GBA game, I think.
Yes.
And which I think it translates so well because it's that old style,
Yeah.
Zelda game where it's top down,
I like those
but
more.
you have this quality of life improvements with like more
Extra
buttons,
buttons, yeah.
and things like that. And so I'm on the last dungeon, Dark Hyrule, where I'm about to fight Vati, who is the bad guy. Have you
Yeah.
guys played Minish Cap?
I have not finished it. I played like maybe a third of it.
I think I have physical copy still.
Oh well, I might need to borrow it.
Yeah.
And start over.
Well, yeah,
but
continue.
I'm like, I think I'm maybe an hour from the end. I'm going through Dark Hyrule Castle, and the game freezes, and I was late at night, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed. I know I have a save state somewhere. Go to bed, wake up. I open up my save state, and it's just like buzzing and like frozen. And I was like, no, please don't. Like, please, I'm so close. And I'll play the video on screen. I took a video of it. It's like, zzz, zzz. It's like this horrible fucking sound. And so I never finished Minish Cap.
Well, so this is what we were wondering because you kind of said it in the Discord. Join the Discord, but
Join the Discord.
Sean sent something where there was issues with the save states, and you said you did, but I was confused. Did you actually save in game? Like
I
a
did
save-
both.
Okay,
So I
and
saved in game a couple times when I died, which didn't save.
That's what I'm confused about. I'm so surprised that the states and the actual save files would corrupt.
The only thing I can think that maybe is happening, and I don't know that some emulators can have the .gba file inside of a .zip file and still read the contents of the ROM. So like you can have, reduced cap.zip inside of that is a single GBA file, and the ROM will still recognize that as and so zip files are weird when you modify them. So like you would extract the shit, work on it, and then zip it again. And I almost wonder if it's something to do with that. If it's downloading a zip file instead of the .gba file, and then somehow trying to put the save file back inside of the zip. Sometimes I've just seen zip files do some whack shit if you try and modify them without extracting the shit.
It loads where I was, and it says load state true, but then I'm frozen, and the noise is all fucky, and
I'm really sorry, man. That sucks.
It's not the end of the world because like I basically saw the entire game other than beating the final boss, which like it's really not a big deal. I had a great time playing it, but like
no, it's still beat.
You know?
Yeah, no, dude. I mean, I had that happen with Super Mario 64 when I was emulating that.
It died.
Oh, really?
Well, so two things. Well, I guess it wasn't really a corrupted save state. Now that I think back about it, I have the GPD XD first version. Steve got it for me for Christmas a couple years ago, and probably about 3 or 4 months into having it, it stopped turning on. And yeah, so that's what it was. I lost all of my save data when I sent it back to... Dude, but what was crazy is I contacted them. I contacted the company you bought them from, and they were like, it's out of warranty. And I was like, well, you said your warranty is 6 months, and I have had it for 3. They were like, you need to contact manufacturer. So I went on GPD's website and found some guy's email address, and I emailed him, and I was like, hey, do you guys, y'all warranty your work up there? And he was
y'all stand by your work up there?
He ignored me for like 2 weeks, and I emailed him again, and I was like, hey, man, like, anything you can do to help me, I'm kind of fucked right now.
He was like, submit a ticket.
He's like, just go ahead and open a ticket. Call the help desk. And so, like, I was like, all right, well, maybe I'll just buy another one. And a week later, I get an email. He forwarded it to somebody else inside the company. And they were like, hey, if you pay for shipping, we'll fix it for free and send it back to you. So I paid like $40 to ship it to China, thinking I'm never going to see this thing again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
I was like, it's gone.
No, yeah, it's gone.
I was like, I might as well just try it to see what happens. I send it. And then like a month later, they emailed me and were like, hey, we're shipping it out today. It should be there.
Did they tell you what was wrong?
So the only thing I will say that I don't know if, like, I think this is what caused it. Because the night before, the back of the device has a USB-C, or sorry, USB 2.0 or micro connection. And then right next to it is a mini HDMI. And I took my cable and I tried to plug it in the dark. And I think I hit the fucking like HDMI connector.
It jolted it?
Yeah. And then I plugged it in and it would power on, like you could see the light would turn green, but nothing would show up on the screen, similar to what happens with your shit. But I mean, they fixed it for free, and I've never had a problem since then. But all of my save data was gone for any of the emulators that I was using.
I remember you being more hurt about Mega Man Zero. I didn't know the Mario one got.
Yeah, I was a little bit. Well, no, Mega Man Zero I wasn't so mad about because I realized I had John GBA syncing my saves.
That's true.
Mario, I didn't set up the Drive Sync app for my ROMs.
By the way, that's a sweet app. I haven't used it in a while. Does it still work?
I don't know. But I did find that John GBA and NES and SNES are not on the Android store anymore.
He made like a new one. When I loaded up John GBA, it was like, hey, you should get the new one. This isn't supported anymore. I don't remember what it is now. So
when I looked at his dev profile, they were gone.
I don't know, man. The other week when I loaded it up, it was like, hey, this isn't supported. So maybe he had a new thing. But
yeah, the SNES one is definitely gone.
The John GBA's
it's still
here,
it's still there. But he got rid of the John GB, which because GBC can play that. But I don't know if is the SNES NESS one. Does it do both?
I don't know, but I think you're right. And I remember when I loaded it up, it said something about how you go use this because it works for other games. I don't know, man. Anyways.
Yeah, so emulation is great, but it sucks.
If you're listening to this and you're like, what do? Make multiple save states. unfortunately. That's
Oh,
what I
dude.
read. That's what Sean read. You just got to make more than one.
Dude, I
It's too bad.
save like basically as many times as I'm allowed when I'm playing a game.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Every game where it's like you only have 5 possible save files, every time I save, I go down. Save states I don't always use because some emulators let you make like 20 or something, and I don't really
It
need
seems
that.
like a lot.
Even back in the day with Oblivion, I remember I had like 20 to 50 save files, and I would just go and once I had a shit ton of them, I'd go back
Yeah.
and save over an old one. Just because I'm always afraid of losing it or making a bad choice and not being able to go back far enough to.
I will say Minish Cap is awesome. If you can play it, play it. I think it is an awesome title in the Zelda series, just like Link's Awakening. Like, again, 9 out of 10. I think it's incredible.
I want to tell you, did you know that it was actually made by Capcom?
I do. That's what shows up in the opening, which I kind of get because the way that that Link sprite is, it just seems a bit off. Like he's a little more like goofy.
Yeah, but I
more
think
clowny.
also with that, they were trying to go for. I mean, that was the era where they were doing that with Link a little bit. But you're
I
right.
mean, he was the Toon Link. That's
yeah, he's got like real floppy
it's not.
shoes.
Yeah,
that's Toon Link.
Reduced cap.
That's
the
Wind
reduced
Waker. Wind Waker Link.
Well, I like I don't know. I think the dude they play all the good songs. You know what I mean? Just those. They have renditions of all the great Ocarina of Time style song. I mean, obviously they go farther back than that, but that's what I know it from, and it's awesome. I absolutely recommend it.
So I want to talk a little bit about. I know I haven't
Tokyo
even played
Game
it in a
Sphere or
while.
whatever, or-
No, not really. Like I said, there's some cool stuff that came out about Tokyo Game Show, but nothing that I have a lot to say about. But Genshin Impact's anniversary. Sean and I played it. I played it a lot. I know you were into it and kind of stopped. I eventually stopped.
I think that was one of the first episodes Debuff ever did.
Or I talked about
Genshin.
it. Probably.
I could
Do a
look that
little
up,
search.
but yeah, keep going.
I mean, it's a good game. I enjoy it, but it is a gacha game, and for those who don't know, I've talked about them many times. They're basically games that revolve around loot boxes, essentially.
Pay to play.
I mean,
Pay to win.
They're a lot of them can be good free to play games, where you don't really need to. Some take it upon themselves to make most of the monetization about like cosmetics and stuff like that, which is nice. But Genshin Impact definitely is one of the stingier games I've played, and it's sad because the game is really cool. It's, open world. Everyone was calling it like Breath of the Waifu because it's just like open
It's so
world.
much like it.
Looks a lot like it. Clearly a lot of inspiration. There's climbing anywhere with the stamina system. You glide around, all that good stuff. But I enjoyed it. I fell off a bit just because of got a little bit tired of never getting new characters, and then when you do, it takes forever to really get them to a place where you can even use them. And in some games, it doesn't matter that much, but in this, it's like that's the exciting thing. And they also put weapons and characters together in the same loot box, so you might go and open some boxes and get like pretty much nothing. You get like characters maybe you already have, which in this game does have a benefit, but you get some characters and you get a bunch of crap weapons. So it's a little bit annoying. A lot of games split up weapons and characters, and they did have some of that too, where not all of them were always together, I think. But long story short, I stopped playing, and it's a good game. It's super popular, and it came out that in their first year, they made an unprecedented $2 billion in their first year of
On loot boxes?
I mean, yeah, there's
How much
like
do they cost?
So that's part of it. I don't remember exactly the pricing, but these games never have like awesome.
Ballpark.
Dude, I mean, you can get ones up to like $50. I thought.
Yeah, probably more
Oh,
than
so
that.
they're not all like the same.
Yeah, so I'll have to look while we talk about this because I don't remember the like monetary value, because there is currency you can get in game that allows you to get the loot boxes basically, but the rates in the game are very not good. Hold on, let me see if I can figure out
The weights.
Yeah, the rate of drop.
Yeah, like so basically when you go and put in your gems, whatever it is in this, the wishes, a 5-star character, it says, is 0.6% chance, which 5 stars are always just better. They're the top tier. And then you get like 5.1% for a 4-star, 94.3 for 3-star. So it's very hard. They do have a lot of these games they call pity, where you roll so many times and eventually they just give you a 5-star because you've fucking put a ton into this. You may as well just get one for free.
Yeah.
That's nice,
That's
but
a
it's
good
like
system.
but it's like 200 or something. So it's a lot. And the time I played, I only ended up getting one 5-star character. And
Yeah.
you don't need them. The game is like pretty clear about how like they want you to play through the story, but there is higher end game content that's like pretty hard, and some of the 5-star characters just have very good abilities that other ones don't. And then in a lot of these games, if you get multiples of the same character, your character powers up. So you can still like get the same character from a pull when you do loot box. And instead of making it like worthless that you got the same one twice, they make it that, oh, now they get new abilities because you pulled them twice. So they make it where even if you get a 5-star character, they have all this stuff you can't unlock unless you pull them like 6 times or whatever it is. So
Do you think that ruins the game?
No, I don't, because I played that game and I didn't spend $1, and I
Okay.
still pulled a couple 5-star characters. I think I had one.
yeah,
two.
I was gonna say I think you had one. I
I
definitely
think I
only
had
got
one or two. I remember there was one I pulled that you were mad at me for because I got it before you did. Was the witch, purple witch?
Official.
Yeah.
She's not. She was a 4-star, but I
Oh,
just wanted
either
her
way.
because she's Chuny. But anyways,
She's what?
Chunibyo. It's like a whole thing where they have like a delusions of grandeur. It's
Bro.
like one of my favorite character archetypes in like anime and shit. I don't want to get into all that, but I think it's hilarious. And her voice actor is the same that played like one of my other favorite characters. And
You know, good for you, dude.
anyways, I was so, long story short, I don't think it ruins the game.
No.
You can get through all the stuff with characters, and you can get them. There's fun ones they give you just in the story, just for free, but they're not like that great. And a lot of
Yeah.
people have gotten through like just using the base characters. There's always people in these games that are like, I'm going to show you that you can beat this, all the content being free to play.
Yeah.
And it's a good game. I mean, I played like 40 hours before I even got to the end game repetitive dungeon. Like, you basically just like start grinding once you beat all the stuff that was out. And there's a lot of stuff that's come out since I played. But the main thing I want to say is that they've made all this money. The rates are pretty bad, which is not uncommon for these kind of games. And this isn't like the worst rates ever out there. Not that that says much, but for their anniversary, people were like, maybe they're going to be cool. They've made all this money. Maybe they're going to give us stuff. And anniversaries for gacha games are like notorious and, I don't know, like famous for either being awesome, where a game is like super generous and gives you just like a shit ton of currency and free stuff, or they give like nothing. And Genshin happened to be on the minimal side. I wouldn't say they gave nothing, but I think in the end, all the bonuses you get for like logging in and stuff, you end up getting like the ability to pull like 20 times, which is not a lot. There are games that will give you like way more than that, which they don't have to, but for a game like this where 20 doesn't even guarantee you anything close to getting like a 5-star or anything, which you don't need, but
Yeah.
people were mad. And then they had all this other stuff where you could do like cosplay and art contests. You enter your stuff, and the rewards were like basically nothing. Like, I would understand if those were really good rewards because they're only going to give it to a few people that had great art or whatever it was, but it was like jack shit for doing that. So why would you even? So everyone's been flipping out. They've been farting all over the game, and they've been review bombing the shit out of it. Like, this is one
Is this
of the
gonna
most.
kill the game?
No, of course not. But it's so funny because this has been probably the one gacha game that's gotten like into mainstream, I would say. Like, there are other ones that have gotten really popular, but mostly if it's tied to a popular IP or if it's just something that people, see it's on the top charts of the App Store. Like, we talk about how much Roblox makes, but there are some that make more than that.
Yeah.
just because people love it. But
Yeah.
long story short, again, for the fourth time I've said that, they were review bombing it, freaking out, shitting on it. Other games have been affected where just other popular gacha games on the Google Play and like where your App Store, they go in.
Yeah, what's that called?
I don't know, App Store, right? I was gonna say like the Apple Store, and I'm like, okay. Sorry, been a
I'm
long
just
time for
kidding.
me. But other games have also been getting review bombed because people are like,
Just
tell MiHoYo to fix their game. It's just
Dude,
so funny.
Their name is
MiHoYo.
hilarious to me. It sounds like Doodle Bob. MiHoYo.
Yeah, I don't know what that where that comes from, but
Doodle Bob.
it's just I've been seeing it on like Reddit and other boards have just been very toxic. Any of the like official channels to talk about Genshin Impact, like their forums or the Discord, have been deleting a shit ton of stuff
Yeah.
because people have just been complaining. And I just think it's so funny because I understand that it sucks. Like I said, you would think maybe for their anniversary they made $2 billion. Like, this isn't a huge team either. I don't think they're like tiny, but they're not like a AAA studio to make $2 billion in a year. That's a lot. So people are like, maybe they'll be
give
nice.
back a
Yeah,
little bit.
and they just basically didn't. And it's
Dude,
not going to
fuck
kill the
them.
game. They did come out and say they've been listening to feedback and they plan to have more rewards and stuff. But like I said, even like 200 polls, I think it was, in order to guarantee a 5-star character, and they gave 20. So even if they gave like 100, at least that would have put you like halfway. And they could have made it where you have to like do stuff to get them. It's not just free handouts, but like maybe you got to actually play the game a lot. And I just think it's funny as this has been blowing up, and I do sometimes like really wish I still played the game, but with all the crap people talk about it, I'm like, yeah, I don't need to go back to that because I was so tempted.
I wanted to go back and get it to see if I could get Aloy. I thought that
Yeah.
was really cool that they. So Horizon Zero Dawn, the main character you play as is Aloy, and they
She's in Genshin.
yeah they made
Like a chibi version.
They made an
of it?
anime version of her.
So
with
it
a
was
bow
like
and arrow.
first out for PlayStation users, but now I think it's available. I do want to do that. I think because I heard it's pretty easy just to unlock her, just to have her, because she's probably normally with these games, collaboration characters are only there for like a limited amount of
Yeah.
time, and then they never give you that opportunity again. Borderline might have missed it already. I
Well,
don't know.
I mean, it was only 33 days ago. I think was the day she was initially released. So
Could be gone, but I don't know. I've thought
She
about.
gone.
I just I did really enjoy the game. I still think it's worth checking out, especially like we said, you can play a lot and just enjoy exploring and going through the story and stuff, but the grind and everything kind of bummed me out. And I did like seeing new characters, and when they put one out there, I'm like, I'm not going to get this, and I get so tempted to spend money, but when you look at how much you have to spend to guarantee to get the character,
yeah,
It's
it's
not
pretty
worth it.
insane.
like I watched streams early on of people that, and streamers, maybe they get some money from people watching them, or maybe some of the sponsored streams, but I watch people spend like thousands of dollars
Yeah,
trying to get characters, and it's pretty tough that they would do that. But a lot of them say like you shouldn't do this, but I've read some stories. There was one I want to talk about, but I think I'll save it for another day, where I found this post of this dude that just went down this like dark hole of spending money on this mobile Final Fantasy game.
Dude, it's gambling.
Yeah, it
It
is.
is.
And that's something that a lot of people talk about, and I have heard a lot of discussion, but it is gambling.
In a backwards way. Yeah.
You're gambling on like, JPEGs,
Yeah.
anime waifus,
On-
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
on
Like,
on digital stuff.
Yeah.
Pixels.
but I'll leave it at that. Go check out the game and the controversy. It's just interesting to me when stuff like this happens, because I think these games are definitely notorious for having a lot of salt in the community, just because this is it. I mean, the whole game revolves around gambling, spending money, and not all of them are that bad, but I just always think, did you really expect them to be nice now? They've never made it easy.
yeah.
So
That's a
they
good point.
just want your money. What's the thing about millionaires never get there by, having handouts and stuff? We all know that capitalism.
Hey, there's no such thing as a free lunch.
except for when I was
the saying.
except for when I was in school.
That's what he was saying, right?
That's the saying. Yeah. No such thing as a free lunch.
Anyways, Sean,
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about pretty much one thing today.
Okay.
The suspense is killing me.
I played the Halo Infinite
Oh,
beta
yeah.
over the weekend. So I got an invite the first time, and they were like, "Hey, you got 1 day to play it," and I was at the beach.
I missed it as well.
Beach.
I was at the beach. So I got another email this weekend, and I didn't see it until Sunday, which was between the 30th and the 3rd that I could play. And so I downloaded it yesterday. I probably played 2, almost 3 hours. They only had 2 windows open throughout the day to join online games. Otherwise, all you could do was their like little training mode. And so during the 3 hours, I played as much as I could, basically 3 hours worth of playing. And honestly, I mean, it's really good. It's Halo. It's very similar to, I wouldn't say 3. They've added, I mean, it's the same, like probably more like 5 if I had to guess. And I didn't really play 5.
Did you play 5 online at all?
No. But you know, like in 3 you couldn't sprint. I mean, they still have sprint in this one. I know that's been there since like
Triple
ODST.
kill.
I think ODST. I think was what introduced sprinting.
Or Reach? I don't.
Reach.
Kill.
They
was
used
probably
that
the-
as like an armor ability, which was
Yeah.
Lame.
So there's quality of life improvements over older Halo games. I was getting about 80 to 90 frames per second on high settings. I don't think I turned it up to ultra. It looked really good, like visually looked awesome. The gameplay was great, but I did feel like, and I showed Steve, and I don't really know if it was the camera or if it was because we were playing online in a beta situation. I Googled it and I saw a lot of people also complaining about it. It seemed kind of stuttery, like you might have been right with the camera
It
shake.
seemed like when he was moving, there was a bit of. It was like very slight though. It almost felt not deliberate, where the camera felt like it was going up and down. That's what I saw. I wasn't playing, so I didn't watch it as much. I just stepped over and because it seemed like you were going, and I knew what you were talking about because it seemed a little bit choppy, but I couldn't tell if it was just trying to keep up with the movement. And
Yeah, and it is still in beta, so
It wasn't like running camera motion.
Well, I just feel like
Like,
it was way
that's
more
what I'm saying.
choppy than it should be for a video. Like it wasn't smooth, like bouncing.
But you
It
were
was just, like,
running 90 frames
Oh,
per
it was
second,
hard
so it
cuts.
wasn't.
yeah.
Yeah, that's an error.
I definitely
Well-
think that they are gonna hopefully fix that
Yeah.
prior to.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's really my only complaint, other than the fact that I only played on 2 maps, which could also be that they're not done with maps.
Hey, dude, it's just like Splatoon.
Yeah, yeah, 2 maps every hour.
Yeah. Anyways,
But yeah, I mean, I really liked it. I will say I don't really love. I played Big Team, which was what 24 players against each other, so 12 versus 12, and then I played some 4v4, and the 24 player mode. All I got was capture the flag the whole time.
It sounds chaotic.
Well, no, I got capture the flag, and then I got
King of the Hill.
no, it wasn't King of the Hill. It's their same take on King of the Hill, but there's 3 zones.
Yeah, I forget what it's
I
called.
don't. I want to say it's like domination, but I think that's
COD.
that or Splitgate. But you have to control all 3 zones to win.
Yeah.
So it's best out of 3. You capture all 3 zones, and then you get 1 point up until whoever gets 3 points. So that and capture the flag for Big Team, and then it was just regular Slayer whenever I played the 4v4. And I still suck at Halo. I'm not very good at that game. But I did enjoy myself. It seems like they're really moving towards the whole. I mean, we know this. It's free to play online. But I kind of hope that they don't do anything that makes you feel like you have to pay. Because
think
so
it's-
far, all I saw was cosmetics.
I think that's what they said. That's all they're gonna do, but
yeah,
it could change. But I thought that's what I heard.
I just feel like it was all like, I don't know. It was in the time I played in 3 hours, I got 1 new paint job for my Spartan, and that's all I got. Which again, that's not done. And I know we're not playing the beta to get our character cosmetically, looking good. But I could already pay for stuff. Like that was kind of frustrating.
I don't understand that because most betas they don't let you do that.
No,
Even
yeah,
gacha games
dude.
they normally lock that out.
Yeah, no, it was like
That's a
I
bad
went to like
start.
change and look at my helmet, and I had my helmet, and then there was 3 other options, and I clicked on one of them. It was locked, and it was like, "You want to buy it?"
Did you try though? Because sometimes they show you that and then can't. And also maybe they would have you.
I mean, other people looked different than I did in the game, so I'm guessing some people probably paid.
I'm
a
wondering
little
if
money.
that carries over though. I'm curious.
I think it probably would. I mean, I don't see why Microsoft would let you spend
they're not.
upwards of $50 on everything that they have in their beta for you to just
They're not
throw it away.
like that.
You guys snort smoke up there?
I will say that it was very exciting for me. I haven't played Halo in a little while. I played it when I first got my computer. I replayed Halo 3.
That's why you bought the computer.
It's mostly why I bought the computer. The Master Chief Collection came out, and I was like, I want to play that.
Dude, are they gonna bring back Valhalla or what?
So there was one map that was very similar to Valhalla. That was the one you
love
came
that
by.
fucking
Or you
Blood
said it was
Gulch.
are you like,
I
is
mean-
this Blood Gulch? They always have a map that's like that,
Yeah.
right? 2 bases on either side.
With the man
'Cause
cannon.
it was Blood Gulch and Valhalla.
Killionaire.
Yeah.
What
So-
is it?
1 minute to win. In the zone.
Cheney Mania.
That one geeks me out.
So the coolest new weapon that I came across, there's a couple new weapons, but the coolest one is called the Skewer, and it's an anti-tank spike with like 50x zoom on it.
So what, like a needler?
No, so it
Is it like a rail?
It
Is it a
has
snipe?
the same like zoom as a sniper rifle in Halo. So, where you can zoom twice. But it's just this giant metal spike.
Okay, what does that remind you of?
Gears of War.
Gears of
I
War.
was kind of thinking that, but I mean, it's
So it shoots a spike?
So it shoots a giant metal. Dude, honestly, I had so much fun every time I had this gun because you can be across the map and just hit someone anywhere with this thing and they're instantly dead.
how many rounds does it have?
Like 4. So
Oh,
it's like a
okay.
rocket launcher sniper rifle.
Yeah.
And it goes fast as fuck, boy. Like,
Does it pin people to
I'm
the
fast
wall?
as
No,
fuck,
no.
boy.
Because my favorite, just a sidebar, in Half-Life 2, there's like this crossbow gun that shoots a bolt. And the first time I got it, I remember I like walked out and there was a dude like on a billboard and I went to shoot him like at an angle and it hit him and he got launched up in the air and got stuck into the billboard and I was like, this game's awesome. Continue.
They have the battle rifle.
Yes.
They have the like the standard
AR?
machine assault rifle.
Yeah. So the BR I feel like is a little different where I feel like I remember having like pulling the trigger. You have to pull the trigger every 3, but for some reason I feel like it's a little chunkier. Like the bullets are slower to fire. Where like before it was like very rapid, like exactly like you did.
It was like it's like triplets or quadruplets.
Yeah.
It was 3 shots.
3
and it
shots.
was-
Yeah.
But
I just feel like it was like doof, 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 instead of like the
Oh, the
yeah,
quick
like
one.
almost instant.
yeah.
What is it more? Is it like higher powered? Like because the
The
BR was like what
the
4 or
best
5.
fucking weapon in Halo 3.
I mean that is such an iconic weapon in like first person shooters.
Oh yeah. No, and I would play
SWAT, baby.
Halo 3 SWAT and like that you get someone in the head with the BR, they're fucking dead. Like
Well, SWAT was...
yeah, headshots are instant
Yeah.
kills, but you started
Dude.
off with the BR and it was like I don't know, super rewarding. I liked the BR in this. It just felt different than what I remember it being in Halo. But they've changed it every single fucking time
Yeah.
since Halo 3. Like ODSTs I don't think was as good, but Halo 4 was the
Dude.
original Halo 3 BR. Like I just remember for some reason the Halo 3 BR was the best feeling gun in that game.
Dude, there was a gun in ODST that I feel like was so good. I feel like I remember
pistol.
the pistol was awesome, but
Yeah.
there was also a silenced.
SMG.
Yeah, I remember watching him play that, and I was like, dude, that gun is so fucking.
I think it was
dope.
the silence.
I remember the
SMG.
tiny shotguns. Was that Halo 3? The
Yeah, Brute's gun. That was in 3.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. No, but I remember that's one thing that I remember. I was like, man, I wish they would bring that back because that was such a cool gun for that game. It was out of the bounds of just all the games
brute
seem a
shot.
little bit, or all the guns seem a
brute
little
shot
bit.
was the
Oh no, that was the
No, I'm
grenade
talking about
launcher.
the
Yeah.
pistol and the.
Yeah.
They all seem very like alien, other than obviously like the battle rifle, but like this was like a really cool. I loved that.
Yeah, they always had fun guns.
Yeah, I've really had like, I don't know. I feel like it was a silence SMG. That's what you said, right? Yeah, that was. I feel like a little different than.
ODST was great, by
Yeah.
the way. But
Oh, yeah, I would love to play that again.
I think Halo, like, compared to like Call of Duty, and I know they're not the same, right? Like Call of Duty and Battlefield. Halo, I feel like is so special to me for some reason. Like maybe it's nostalgia, but
is.
it's very
It's
much
unique.
a different game than most other shooters are, and I don't know why. Like I feel like it's the fact that you still have a lot of health. Like you have to unload a
Yeah.
full round or a full clip
Yeah.
into somebody to kill them, which I appreciate because you have more of a chance to fucking fight back and kill that other person. Where in like Battlefield, you can get shot like 3 times and you're dead, which makes more sense.
or
but
once.
yeah,
I mean, I've always enjoyed that, exactly what you said. And people ask why when I play Call of Duty. And I think it really comes down to Halo is in general like a slower paced game. However,
Yeah.
in my mind, that allows for more room for like tactics and stuff like that. Like someone can come at you and you can recover a lot better than
Yeah.
in something like Call of Duty or Battlefield, where unless they royally fuck up or you're that good, you're dead if someone sees you before you can do anything. In
Yeah.
Halo, you start getting shot, and unless you got sniped or something, you turn around and you have a chance. If at the very least you stick them with a sticky grenade, and they're dead
yeah.
as well. So
And I think, like, I feel like that's partially why, and I think that's partially why I like Splitgate so much, because it feels more like Halo than it
Yeah.
does like Call of Duty. Or like I downloaded Battlefield 5, I played the campaign, and then I uninstalled it because I was like, I'm not gonna fucking play this online. I know I'm gonna get my ass torn up, and I don't really want to fucking deal with feeling like shit over a game that I just beat.
Is his camera still rolling?
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's just not showing on the screen.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's not.
hey guys, I'll talk.
just get us out of here they can't see.
Well, he
I'll-
had one thing he wanted to say.
No, I'll talk
Oh.
about Strangers in Paradise Final Fantasy Origin next time. Long story short, I like it. Don't know if I'm gonna buy it. We'll see.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I was saying I would buy it, but I don't know. I had some issues. We'll talk later. Maybe I should play a little more of the
I'm
demo.
sorry. I hope Steve's only been off screen for like a couple minutes.
When I last looked, it was like 4
Was
or
it
5
o-
minutes ago, and it was still recording. So
Okay.
it's just been the last
Well,
4 or 5.
If you
They
made
don't
it
need
this
to see me.
far, we appreciate it.
Yeah, sorry Steve
Uh,
wasn't on screen for some
Sorry,
of
you
it.
don't need to see my fucking ugly
His mug.
dude.
All right, thank you. Episode 84. Goodbye.
Later, dogs.
Bye. Debuff is hosted by me, Steve Skeels, edited and mixed by Mason Carlton. Follow us on Instagram at DebuffPod. That's Debuff, P-O-D. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next one.